Imagine for a moment that you are a language, but not a language of words, syntax, or vocal cords. Imagine a language spoken through pure light, shifting textures, and the very shape of your shadow. This isn't a scene from a high-budget science fiction film about an extraterrestrial encounter. It is the lived reality of the octopus, a creature that has been quietly mastering the art of silent communication for millions of years beneath the waves. We often define intelligence by how much an organism resembles us. We look for social structures, tool use, and, most importantly, speech. But the octopus challenges every human-centric definition we have ever created. Imagine a creature that can change its entire appearance in less than a second, not just to hide, but to speak. This is a living canvas, an alien intellect that communicates through a sophisticated visual braille that we are only just beginning to decode. Prepare to have your understanding of intelligence completely reshaped. How can a creature without a single bone, and with a brain structure so radically different from ours, communicate in such intricate ways? To find the answer, we must dive into the heart of their unique sensory world and listen to the whispers of the deep. To understand the octopus, we have to understand its skin. It is perhaps the most complex organ in the entire animal kingdom. The vocabulary of an octopus is written in specialized cells called chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores. These are not merely biological pigment spots. They are the pixels of a biological screen. Chromatophores are tiny sacs of pigment controlled by nerves and muscles. When the octopus decides to speak, its brain sends a signal that stretches these sacs, revealing vibrant reds, deep browns, or bright yellows. Beneath these, iridophores act as tiny mirrors, reflecting light to create shimmering blues, greens, and silvers. Finally, leucophores provide a stark white background that makes the other colors pop with high-definition clarity. This rapid-fire visual language is truly extraordinary. An octopus doesn't just turn green, it creates a specific word or phrase through a combination of patterns. For instance, when an octopus is feeling aggressive, it might darken its entire body and raise tiny bumps on its skin called papillae, making it look jagged and formidable. During mating rituals, some species display pulsing, rhythmic patterns of visual heartbeat intended to signal intent. The speed and precision of this system far surpass any known animal communication. While we struggle to find the right words in a conversation, an octopus can shift from total invisibility, perfectly mimicking the texture and hue of a jagged rock, to a vibrant, pulsing warning sign in the blink of an eye. This is communication at the speed of thought, a constant environmental dialogue that occurs without a single sound ever being uttered. But the language of the octopus is more than just a light show. It is a full-body performance. To truly decode their messages, we must look at their posture and movement. Every curl of an arm and every contraction of the mantle is a deliberate signal. Consider the passage pose. When an octopus realizes it has been spotted and needs to retreat, it doesn't just swim away. It streamlines its body, tucks its arms together, and moves in a way that minimizes its visual profile, a clear signal of "I am leaving. I am no longer a threat, but I am also not a target." Contrast this with the diametric display. When threatened, the octopus will spread its arms wide, flatten its body, and flare its webs to make itself look significantly larger. It is the undersea equivalent of a person standing on their tiptoes and shouting to ward off a predator. Their communication is also a constant dialogue with their surroundings. An octopus doesn't just hide. It mimes. It can imitate the swaying of kelp or the stillness of a stone to evade detection. This requires an incredible level of environmental awareness. It isn't just reacting. It is interpreting its world and reflecting it back. Subtle movements also play a role. Individual arm movements, the flashing of suction cups, and the rhythmic contraction of the mantle all contribute to a multi-layered message. It's as if they are speaking with 8 different tongues at once, creating a symphony of signals that we are only starting to perceive. But what happens when these brilliant, solitary geniuses encounter one of their own? For decades, science told us that octopuses were the ultimate loners, solitary creatures that only met to mate or fight. However, recent discoveries at sites like Octopolis and Atlantis have shattered this myth. In these underwater settlements, octopuses have been observed living in close proximity, revealing an unexpected social intelligence. When octopuses gather, their silent language becomes even more complex. They negotiate boundaries and territorial disputes through a sophisticated series of warning signs. Instead of immediate violence, they often use a specific pattern and posture to tell a rival, "Stay away," or "This is my space." It's a negotiation, a way of resolving conflict without physical harm. Courtship is another arena where their communication shines. Male octopuses must approach females with extreme caution. After all, a female octopus is often larger and can be cannibalistic. The males use specific flickering patterns and gentle arm touches to communicate their intentions and de-escalate potential aggression. These sequences show a deep understanding of social dynamics and an ability to read the mood of another individual through their visual cues. This hidden social life suggests that octopuses are far more brilliant than we gave them credit for. They aren't just reacting to stimuli. They are engaging in a complex, shared reality where gestures and colors carry weight, meaning, and consequence. The communication of the octopus forces us to confront a profound paradigm shift. For too long, we have used ourselves as the gold standard for intelligence. We look for vocal language because that's how we communicate. But the octopus offers us a different path, a nonverbal intelligence that is just as sophisticated as our own. Their brains are distributed. 2/3 of an octopus's neurons are actually in its arms. This means that each arm can think, touch, and see on its own. Their communication is a reflection of this decentralized consciousness. It is a form of problem solving that is completely alien to the human experience. By studying them, we aren't just learning about a marine animal. We are learning about the diverse ways that consciousness can manifest in the universe. If we ever encounter life on another planet, it is likely that their intelligence will look more like an octopus's than a human's. They represent an evolutionary path that diverged from ours over 500 million years ago, yet they arrived at a similar level of complexity. They are the aliens of our own world. The whispers of the deep are just beginning to be heard, but as we start to decode their language, we also realize how much we have to lose. Our oceans are changing, and the habitats of these brilliant, silent communicators are under threat. Supporting marine conservation and research isn't just about saving a species. It's about protecting one of the most unique forms of intelligence on Earth. Next time you look at the ocean, remember that beneath that vast blue surface, a silent conversation is happening. It is a language of light and shadow, spoken by creatures that remind us that we are not the only brilliant minds on this planet. We just need to learn how to listen.